an unparalleled passion for learning, all in the name of ambition. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the PTCP Virtual Recognition Rights Class of 2021.
the PTCP faculty and staff, Attorney Risty T. Adarayan, Dr. Maria Helena V. Alumbres, Dr. Socorro V. De La Rosa, Dr. Ruel D. Lacbanes, Dr. Felix J. Ladeño, Mr. Manuel I. Lipata, Dr. Ruby D. Mijares, Dr. Sunny C. Porteza, Attorney Richard B. Rondina, Dr. Krista Joy Abugaji Torbila, the College Dean, Dr. Linda E. Eufrasio, the Board of Trustees, Edith Moore Orhino, Vice President, Vilma Moore Singzon, Treasurer, Melvin M. Mangada, Board Secretary, Dr. Deo Ostiniano M. Singzon, Assistant Treasurer, Attorney Richard P. Rondina, Legal Counsel, the School President, Leia Moore Mangada, and the guest speaker, Dr. Krista Joy Abugaji Torbila, SESI, OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Northern Samar Division. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philippine National Anthem.
Ayang magiliw, pesta silanganan, alak ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupit, di ka pa sisilip. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na ang bituin at araw ng kailan ang may di magdidinig. Lupa ng araw na at ipagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Sa piling mo, aming kaya dapat ay mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
A decade has passed, and this institution continues to produce quality teachers who are making names in the teaching profession, no matter what time and circumstance they're in. These educators are our alumni in the Professional Teacher Certificate Program. The President of Northern Samar Colleges, Madam Leia Moore Mangada, our guest speaker, Dr. Krista Joy Abugaji Torbila, the members of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Edith Moore Orhino, Mrs. Thelma Moore Singzon, Dr. Deo Ostiniano M. Singzon, Mr. Dennis M. Singzon, our Executive Assistant for Administration, Dr. Socorro V. De La Rosa, Basic Education Principal, Mr. Jaidito Buenavente, Assistant Principal and SAS Coordinator, Mr. Emmanuel Santos, Assistant College Dean, Faculty and Staff, PTCP competitors, parents, friends, viewers at home, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The current situation in the entire world has posed a challenge to all education, from all governance level in every corner of the land. Everyone suffers. All are vulnerable to a disease that has claimed millions of lives. In short, we are living in a time of a pandemic. We have started to embrace living a life in a new normal. However, one thing remains constant. Each of us is a dreamer, and no pandemic or virus could stop us reaching our star. Today is another milestone that our PTCP completers have achieved. Everyone showed a fighting spirit and has persevered no matter how challenging learning at present. I would like to acknowledge all PTCP completers for academic year 2020-2021. You have displayed a commendable performance in spite of the intermittent signal on the internet. Online or virtual learning is never easy, and yet you all managed to pull through. You are the best 21st century learners who have shown exemplary ICT skills. For making it this far, and for tenaciously finishing the academic requirements to becoming teachers, I congratulate you and your loved ones. I wish to see you becoming great teacher. Good day and God bless.
What a wonderful day it is, my dear parents, families, and fellow graduates. And I welcome you all to the PTCP virtual graduation of the Northern Samar Colleges. First of all, I would like to thank the NSA President, Dr. Leah Moore Mangada, the NSA administration, staff, and faculty for their hard work and dedication on our behalf. To our esteemed PTCP instructors and professors, Dr. Ruel Lacbanes, Dr. Maria Helena Alambres, Attorney Rachid Rondina, Mr. Manuel Lipata, Dr. Felix Ladeño, Dr. Sani Cortesa, Dr. Ruby Mijares, Dr. Krista Joy Torbela, Dr. Socorro De La Rosa, and Attorney Christy Adaraya. On behalf of the PTCP students graduating today, I feel greatly honored to thank you with nothing to offer but a short speech of jubilation. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my fellow graduating students, I would like to let you know that over the 5 months studying PTCP core subjects, we have realized what it takes to be a signified facilitator of learning. Educational systems worldwide have been greatly affected by this pandemic. Thus, the educational sector resorted to implementing various modalities. We did experience extreme difficulties in utilizing online classes as part of these modalities, some of which are the lack of knowledge and skills in using online educational platforms and software, and the lack of technology to provide us with desirable network connectivity that could have reached even to the farthest places and remote areas. All this resulted in us as students unable to attend virtual classes, unable to complete exams on time, failed or late submissions of activities, paperwork, reports, and failed study outputs. However, we were still able to push through despite these difficulties, and that is all thanks to your efforts and time. You were tolerant and compassionate towards us, and even relate to each student's situation. We thank you for imparting to us the knowledge and skills needed of a future teacher. But we still had a lot to learn, and we are very much challenged to continue our learnings to make ourselves better. To our parents and families, we thank you all for having us and providing for us. We thank you for all the support and care you have given us. Without you, we are nothing. We have no identity. We might not be able to properly thank you in this lifetime. Know that deep inside our hearts, we are truly grateful that we had you as our parents. To my fellow graduates, I congratulate you all. Today is a day of celebration as we are just one step away from becoming qualified teachers. We are now PTCP graduates and soon will be taking up licensure examinations. Let us all celebrate this as the reward for all our efforts and challenges. May these challenges we have overcome fuel our desires to continue learning and achieve our ultimate goals. Once there was a great man who said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." It means that it is important to seize the day, but always make time to go deeper and wider in our learning. Today ends another chapter of our lives, but it is not yet the end. After today, some of you will not follow the same path as the other, but I wish to remind each and every one of you that even though some will not become a teacher, we all have the responsibility and duty to help educate and teach in any way possible. We also have the responsibility to continue learning despite these difficulties. As future teachers, it is our duty to be agent of change to our fellow men, to our community, society, and our country, especially in this time of pandemic that affects the very core of our lives. To my fellow PTCP graduates, we are no longer the leaders of tomorrow, but of today. As such, we need to know that we are not only physically mature, but also intellectually. This, therefore, calls for our matured behavior. To be mature means accepting responsibilities. Let us go to the world and be exemplary, active, creative, honest, and eager to learn more from others, especially experienced teachers, for they have a lot to share with us. To be a good teacher begins with being a good learner. So let us always open our room for other people's knowledge and skills to come in. I thank you all, my friends and classmates, for the memories we shared, the love and hate, the jokes and humors, the shared experiences during classes, studying for exams and sharing insights. Despite our individual differences and struggles, we were able to complete this course through helping one another in unity, the kind of attitude that should manifest in our community during our ordeal with this pandemic. United we stand, divided we fall. Thank you, and to God be the glory.
Madam President, I have the honor to present to you 144 completers a professional teacher certificate program of this institution. All of them, Madam President, have satisfactorily completed all the requirements as prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education and this institution for academic year 2020-2021. Our guest speaker, Dr. Krista Joy Abogadji Torbilla, Dean Linda Euphratio, Assistant Dean Emmanuel Santos, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the PTCP faculty, PTCP completers, parents, guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First and foremost, I invite you to join me in thanking God our Father Almighty that in spite of the uncertainties, confusion, anxieties in the so-called COVID-19 pandemic new normal, we have managed to rise above stumbling blocks, surmount difficulties, and we reach the victory we have been aspiring for, working for, and now celebrating the conclusion of a one semester's program and ready for whatever is in store for us. Let us therefore now bow our heads and say in our hearts
Thank you, Lord. Congratulations for your completing the special program, Professional Teacher Certificate, popularly known as PTCP, which allows you to enter the teaching profession. Now I ask you, are you truly interested to join the teaching world? The work is painstaking, tedious, never-ending. The learners can be incorrigible, naughty, untidy, smelly after and even before their play. They can drive anyone crazy with their antics. Finally, the salary is not that fantastic compared to the work required. Don't say later, I did not warn you. This means a teacher should be dedicated, committed, and more than anything else, a teacher loves the work and the teacher loves the learners. Thank you for coming to NEC for this program. To me, an indication of your trust and confidence in the quality of education that is offered here in NSC. I am proud to say that while the facilities are not perfect, they are more than adequate, and more importantly, we continue to add and continue to acquire and improve. Our pride is our top-notch faculty, carefully selected for their competence, experience, and dedication to their work and to their students. Starting with our Dean, Dr. Linda Eupracio, Assistant Dean, Mr. Emmanuel Santos, Socorro de la Rosa, Dr. Helena Alondres, Dr. Felix Ladeño, Dr. Sunny Ortesa, Dr. Resti Adarayan, Dr. Will Lakbanis, Dr. Rabi Mijares, Atty. Rashid Rondina, Mr. Manuel Lipata, and no less than our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Krista Joy Torvilla, our speaker. Thank you, ma'am, for joining our faculty. Can anyone beat our top-notch PTCP faculty? Let us give our faculty a round of applause. Last but not least, I wish to commend again our IT team headed by Mr. Emmanuel Santos, for without them, these virtual closing ceremonies could not have been possible. Let us give them a round of applause. For us here in NSC, we relentlessly pursue our vision and mission to be premier school for community leaders, successful professionals, and workers with world-class skills and competencies. Having expressed my appreciation and congratulations, I now welcome all of you into the field of teaching. Finally, you have my best wishes and prayers for our Lord's blessings in all your undertakings. God, good luck, good health, and God bless you.
My respect to our school president, Madam Leonor Mangada, the members of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Edith Moore Orbino, Mrs. Telma Moore Simpson, Dr. Dio Castellano M. Simpson, Mr. Dennis M. Simpson, our Executive Assistant for Administration, Dr. Socorro B. De La Rosa, Basic Education Principal, Mr. Haidito Boinaventi, Assistant Principal and SAS Coordinator, Mr. Emmanuel Santos, Assistant College Dean, my dear fellow PTCP and college instructors, parents, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, it is a great privilege to introduce our guest of honor for the Professional Teacher Certificate Program Recognition Academic Year 2020-2021 of Northern Samar Colleges. She is a woman who is remarkably intelligent and is a manifestation of being the younger first-level officer of one of the departments in the province. If one takes a closer look at the alchemy of achieving person, she's into it. A passionate mother and a career woman. This beautiful young lady started her career with the Department of Education as Secondary Teacher 1 at Kawayan Integrated School, Katarman, Northern Samar in March 2009, where she taught until April 2011. Since she is not a native of Kakarman, she felt homesick, so she decided to go home to her province of Samar. She is a native of Kinabangan, Samar, who happened to come to northern Samar with then Schools Division Superintendent Ma'am Telma Itay, who is her aunt. Slowly but surely, she went up the educational ladder as secondary teacher 2 and 3 in Yabong National High School. And later on, she was detailed as Learning Resource Management and DSPO at Samar Division Office. She believes that hard work and perseverance are effective instruments in the quest for success. She persevered to pursue her Master of Arts major in Educational Management and graduated in 2014 and recognized as this thesis presenter. From then on, there was no stopping for her to be promoted as Education Program Supervisor in August 2015 until her promotion again as OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent in the Division of Northern Samar. She graduated her Doctor of Philosophy, major in Educational Management from Samar State University. Our young speaker has a string of accomplishments, foremost of which is her passing the Career Executive Service Examination, CSE, a few steps to being a full-fledged career executive service officer, CISO. Ladies and gentlemen, again, it's with great pride to introduce to you our very young Assistant Schools Division Superintendent in the Division of Northern Samar, Dr. Krista Joy Abugaji Torbel.
My high respect
To the school president, Ma'am Leia Moore Mangada,
to the college dean, Dr. Linda Eufrasio, Madam, to the school administrators and instructors, personnel and staff of Northern Samar Colleges, parents and guardians, my dear graduates and completers of the 18 units PTCP course, to all the viewers of today's closing ceremonies, a pleasant day to each and every one. To our graduates or completers of the 18 units PTCP course, I want you to know that graduation or closing ceremonies like this is often marked by an adjustment period as students leave the comforts of campus to find their way in the raw wilderness of the job market. But this year's completers and graduates are staggering into a world that is in some ways unrecognizable. Almost all suffered from the health crisis around the world. The present COVID-19 pandemic has brought extraordinary challenges and affected educational sectors, and no one knows when it will end. Every country is presently implementing plans and procedures on how to contain the virus. And the infections are still continually rising. In educational context, to sustain and continue education despite of the lockdown, community quarantine, the new normal had been taken into consideration in the planning and implementation of the new normal educational policy. That is why graduating or finishing a course in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic will have enduring implications on the class of 2020 and 2021. For their memories, their earning power, and their view of what it means to have a functional society. For these young adults in this generation, the pandemic represents not just a worldwide crisis, but also a defining moment. To all the PTCP graduates of Northern Summer Colleges, we are here today because we all believed that education must continue. It is our passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare it today. And so we reach this far. Andito na tayo ngayon. But then again, education doesn't stop after you graduate from this 18-unit course. It doesn't stop after you finish your master's degree or doctorate degree either. Charlie Munger once said, and I quote, "Wisdom acquisition is a moral duty. It's not just something you do to advance in life. It's a moral duty because it's only through continuous learning that we can add to the vast knowledge of mankind. If we stop learning, progress in all industries, computers, finance, engineering, biology, stops as well. Successful and unsuccessful people do not vary greatly in their abilities. They vary in their desires to reach their full potential. This is according to John Maxwell. That is why we need to understand that to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. It takes courage, determination, self-confidence, and patience to grow up and become who you really are, because the road to success is always under construction. We have a saying that before diving or going into battle, make sure you have enough weapons. For example, in making a knife or a sword, it is first necessary to go through the hottest fire so that it becomes sharp. Sa paggawa ng sandata, sa paggawa ng itak, ito ay dumadaan sa pinakamainit na apoy upang maging matulis at magamit natin ito ng maayos. In the battle of life, you must be prepared, and you will only be ready if you have enough education. So equip yourself with the right KSA, knowledge, skills, and attitude. That is why it is only fitting to celebrate. Let us all rejoice. Let us all be happy. Let us celebrate because we have passed one of life's greatest trials. We finished this 18 units PTCP course. Despite of the trials, despite of the COVID-19 pandemic. And so, at this point of time, we are all ready to welcome the next chapter. And our target is to pass the LET exam and become a licensed teacher.
Academic Excellence Awards with highest honors, Gabuna Rainier M. With high honors, Artiche Vincent R. Castillo Darrell Clark L. Saribong Rizia Ann M. Victoriano Serdila C. Gonzaga Rodeline A. Happy Diana Jean N. Bahado Siren Novi A. Ladroma John Rainier N. Flores Cindy T. Viseki Razel A. Cornico Jacqueline P. Capales Marjorie N. Fernandez Vanessa F. Lavisares Jessica P. Alcanar Maria Cecilia Diana G. Baguhin Mayan P. Distura Joy Marie P. Almine Danica B. Oreo Mercy Ann G. Orsolino Mary Rose T. Ulet Imeros Claudine C. With honors, Juanilio Rowena D. Morcelos Carl Ramon A. Rios Juliet A. Non-Academic Awards, Best in Portfolio, Castillo Darrell Clark L. Gonzaga Rodeline A. Ladroma John Rainier N. Loyalty Award. Kadabuna Arlene Joy A. Carpio Annalyn L. Cersei Hel T. Digia Tinalyn A. Eloro Mary Ann A. Galliano Jason C. Gonzalez Mayan S. Lauyon Rica T. Rosales Ralph D. Rosales Werner D. Pisenio Glessy G.
Abanilla Jan Alvin G. Katarman. Abran Rohelda S. Katarman.
Abuki Julina B. Katarman.
Asibuchi Hazel E. San Roque. Asibuchi James I. Lauang. Asibuchi Jayan A. Lauang. Asedera Cresta N. Palapag. Asibar Raul L. Katarman. Akyat Maylamay. Mapanas. Adora Jerica A. Palapag. Alcanar Maria Cecilia Diana G. Allen. Aldiosa Lona U. Katubig. Almini Danica B. Labisares. Artichi Vincent R. Katarman. Atis Aldrich Dexter T. Katarman. Azul Angelica D. Rosario. Baguhin Mayan P.
Villarreal Samar.
Bahado Siren Nob E. Katarman. Balangkit Haley Carlin Ayla Il. Pambuhan. Bantelo Jeffrey P. San Roque. Barcena Mark Carlos E. Calbayog City. Basada Alan J. San Julian Stern Samar. Basibas Rodalin P. Victoria. Basierto Shaina May T. Katarman. Bernal Liza M. Katubig. Bunayog Davy B. Calbayog City Samar. Buendia Karin Joy G. Pambuhan. Cabidis Giselle L. Selvino Lubos. Cadabuna Arlene Joy E. Mondragon. Kalubag John Paul B. Katarman. Kantong Charmaine A. Mondragon. Capales Marjorie N. Katarman. Kapukyan Glyza P. Gamay. Cariño Gilberto E. Palapag. Carpio Annalyn M. Lope de Vega. Castillo Darrell Clark L. Calbayog City. Castillo Kirby L. Rosario. Castillo Giselle C. Katarman. Celespara Felix Jr. N. Bobon. Sir C. Hel P. Pambuhan. Charita Jessa G. Katarman. Kanzon Jeffrey E. Calbayog City, Samar. Corneco Jacqueline P. Katarman.